I invite you to join me today for a very short, very mellow, deep stretch. We're going to aim at a quick release for the upper body, and then we're going to go down and do a release for the lower body. So what I'd like you to do first is to close your eyes. Take some nice, beautiful, deep breaths in, and long, slow exhales. Try counting the breath in. If you go in for 4, say 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can release for 6 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now move on your own breath. Keep that going. You're breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Oh man, as you breathe in, start letting that spine move a little bit forward. And as you exhale, we're doing a gentle roll backwards. So it's not big motion at this point. Right now we're just doing that gentle, letting the breath move your body. One of the keys I love is to let the breath and the body combine and let your breath move your body. It's amazing. So we're not going into what I call seated cat-cows or your spinal breath or anything like that. We're letting the breath gently move your body. And let that breath come all the way down to your belly. Now start, as you breathe, sway a little bit side to side, but this is like a little wave going one side and the other. Oh man, the breath is deep, the breath is beautiful, breath is life. Roll those shoulders a little bit, forward, backwards. This is free form, moving however it feels nice for your body, and that's what we're doing. It's all about ease of motion, moving your body however it feels nice. And let's take that with a huge breath. And as you exhale, let's take that into a gentle forward fold. We make our way down, but only as far as feels good. You're paying attention to your back. Maybe you only come down about halfway today. And then using your breath, easing further down. Might even come down on your forearms. That might feel nice. We're going to hold this for a little bit. So you come down with your breath. Easing in, easing in. Now we're gently going to make our way up. And as you do, pick a side and rotate to that side. Just a very gentle rotation. Look over your back shoulder. We're not going real deep. We're just telling the body, hey, wake up, stretch a little bit for me. Do you know your body's really intelligent, and you could just turn over to your body. You can say, okay, right there, that's where you want. Oh, that nice little spinal pop. Okay, I'll just hang out here for a breath or so. And then we'll ease our way over to the other side. Look over that back shoulder and deep, deep breaths. Nice. Coming back to center. Take a breath. No rush at all. Just take that deep, beautiful breath filling up. Remember our double exhales. Try to keep that going through this whole practice. All the stretches are going to be very mellow. See if you can keep that going. Yeah. Nice. Let's roll down on our backs. You're going to take your time. If you're on a bolster, I often am on a bolster to help my back sit up straight and give me a little bit of height. You're going to bend your knees, your soles of the feet go to the mat. We're going to ease our way down. So you're all the way down on your back. We're going to take a few breaths here. Wiggle those shoulder blades out wide. Relax your lower back. This whole sequence, the key is going to be relaxing your lower back. We're going to take that left leg and extend it long on the floor. Put your right ankle just above your left knee. You're going to be in this little figure 4. Feel that leg falling open into a beautiful external rotation. And stick with your breath here. Try to keep the body fully supported. We'll breathe and relax. Inner thigh. A little bit of hip work. That breath moving all the way down. Again, that 2 in, 4 out, 4 in, 8 out. Whatever you can do, whatever feels right for your body. 2.5 in, 5 out. You can figure it out. Just listen to your body. It'll tell you what it wants. Maybe it's even longer. Maybe you go 6 in and 12 out. But that's our breath pattern for this stretch. As we unwind from this, take the right leg long. Take a breath. There's no rush. No rush. Maybe and scoot the hips a little bit side to side. And when you're ready, you bend that left knee, putting the left ankle just above the right knee. Left knee falls down to the floor. And we're back to our little figure 4. I know it's backwards one way and forward the other way. It's okay. Get over it. You purists out there, look in the mirror for one side. So we breathe, we relax. It's about opening the hips. It's about getting the lower back released. We're going to do long held stretches. Go ahead and release that left leg long. Again, you're taking your time. Once both legs are long, find your tailbone. We're going to rotate on the tailbone. A very gentle tail wag. Oh yeah. Now, lift the right leg up in the air. We're going to have it fairly straight. Lift it up, reach behind. Left leg stays extended long. You're going to lightly pull in and you're going to breathe. Breathe and hold, stretching the back of the leg now, the hamstrings. Oh yeah, gently switch sides. Maybe hug that knee in first. And as you extend that leg long, lift the opposite one up in the air. Fairly straight, there can be a little bend in your knee. Find a comfortable spot, then gently pull in and breathe. The other leg's engaged still. You keep the toes pointed toward the ceiling. And then nice, long, slow, deep breaths. We're going to stretch all the way around the top of the legs to allow a little more space in our lower back. So we're going to bend that knee, we're going to hug it in, we're going to bring the other knee in. Now give yourself a little back massage. We're opening the hips so you can take the knees out a little bit wider. Opening the hips, rolling out the lower back, that area that we're kind of focusing on, making space to allow a little release there. Nice. Hug those knees in, drop your feet all the way down to the mat, and keep the legs out wide. Keep the feet out wide. Start a little motion. We're gently letting the knees drop one direction. Inhale back to center and gently let them drop the other direction. And float this on your breath. Inhale to center. Exhale down into your stretch on each side. Next time the knees go to the right, we're going to leave them down. You're going to take your right ankle, put it on the outside of your left knee. Now notice how you can feel the stretch in your left quadriceps, more towards the front of the leg. The weight of the right leg is bringing the left leg down. It can resist a little bit. If you need it for stability, take those arms out to a T. Sometimes on these, if you can keep both shoulders planted, it's nice to bring the hands down to the belly to remind yourself that we want those deep, deep belly breaths, which are going to help. And the belly breath, you also breathe to your back. So you're taking those deep breaths, expanding the breath all the way around. We'll take 3 or 4 more nice deep breaths in this position. You can always look over the back shoulder, throwing that nice little neck stretch. Time, gravity, and breath are going to do the work right now. We're going to transition to the other side, but you're going to take your time. You're going to unwind. Feet are out wide again. Go ahead and take the knees side to side a couple times. Again, that little floating motion. Inhaling to the center. Exhaling to the side, looking over the opposite shoulder as those knees float. Gentle little practice can be done any time of the day to release some of the tension in the lower back, to release the tension in the legs. Knees drop down to the left. We take that left foot on the outside of the right knee. Let that left leg be heavy as it's dragging the right down. We're keeping as much as we can the shoulder on the mat. The hip's going to come up a little bit, but don't roll over. Kind of keep it pushing down. That's where you're creating the resistance. And we'll go back to our breath. You're melting and breathing and staying with your breath. We often don't give ourselves permission to just breathe in peace and quiet. This is it. Whether you're doing this first thing in the morning or last thing before you go to bed or anywhere in between, embrace these moments of relaxation and just observe any thoughts that come in, letting that monkey mind. Don't give it any power. It'll stop if you just observe it and go, okay, doing your thing. Head stretch, quadriceps, hip flexors. Nice. IT band area, abductors. And now we've kind of worked all the way around the body. We're going to unwind. We're going to bring the roll onto your back first, then bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. Scoot those heels in a little bit. Now we're doing our inner thighs. So you're going to make any adjustments you need. We want the body completely relaxed. Let's do a little bit of spinal lengthening first. We're going to reach our hands up toward the ceiling. We're going to interlace our fingers. Flip your palms all the way up. Straighten the arms. And now we move those arms overhead, pinkies. Moving down toward the mat, trying to keep the arms straight, keeping the arms straight. Only go as far as you can keep the arms straight. If you need to bend the elbows, stop. The pinkies float all the way down. That's great. We want to get the length in our back, so you're reaching long wherever you're at. You're going to work those shoulder blades out wide. You're going to roll the shoulders back. You're going to relax the shoulders. You're going to check your back. Did you put any extra arch in your lower back? If you did, release that. Take 2 deep breaths. We're simply going to release the interlacing of our fingers. Let those arms swoop down your sides, moving to your belly. Now the hands rest on your belly. The belly's going to rise on the inhale. It's going to fall on the exhale. You're going to breathe and you're going to relax that lower back even more. Hips relaxed. Everything relaxed. Nice and easy. Melting. From this position, we'll release our legs long. We're going to let them fall out naturally. Your arms roll down to your side. Roll your palms up. This is our final position. If you were doing a yoga class, this would be called corpse pose. In my stretching fitness class, this is called my lazy pose. It could be corpse. It could be whatever you want. Or even use the fancy Sanskrit name if you know. Whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you happy. The key here is to stay with your breath, to let everything go for a few breaths and relax. It's our final realignment position. We did some deep, long-held stretches. And now we're doing this final realignment. And your only responsibility here, number one, turn over any responsibility to the wisdom of your body. Any responsibility for realignment. Your job is to relax and allow the body to do its job. It knows what to do, I guarantee you. You relax, it will do it. So breathe. Nice deep breaths. Good. Now, let's reach our arms overhead. Let your legs go long. We're going to do a full body stretch, reaching for front and back of the room. Oh, man, give that one big stretch and roll onto your side. We'll assume the Burt Reynolds position. If you're as old as me, you might remember the cover of, what was that, Playgirl he was on, I think? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But old Burt was as naked as a jaybird. So when we come here, I always think of the Burt Reynolds position. So I want to thank you for joining me today. If it's bedtime, man, just roll over and catch those Z's. Now, if it's morning, you probably want to do a little Qigong, maybe energy flow right afterwards. So head out, have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next time. All good.